Oh. Yeah.
Please, kill me. Please, kill me. Then kill me. Don't go. Please. Please. Don't leave me here.
Come on, Max. You can't do him like that. Oh man, I probably look so morbid for getting excited about that, but like when I saw that trailer, I just got so excited. It just, it was Mad Max. It's something I've wanted since, playing Red Dead Redemption, Rage, and all that. Anyway, good evening, guys. Hope you all had a good work week. Sorry for the delay there and technical difficulties, but if you guys couldn't tell from my vlog yesterday, I'm kind of on a Mad Max high right now. So, of course, we're going to be playing Mad Max the video game from 2015. Well, this game was released in 2015 and was released by Warner Bros. Interactive and Avalanche Software. So, not too long before we started, so that trailer you just saw, that was at E3 2013. So, and that was a little bit before we started seeing any kind of trailers for Mad Max Fury Road, which was set to be the next big movie at the time. So, it's actually really funny. I didn't have a lot of expectations for Mad Max Fury Road when it was coming out. But of course, it exceeded my expectations. As for the video game, I had high hopes from it from the beginning. Though I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption, Rage, Fallout, and a bunch of other games that very clearly took influence from the Mad Max series, there was just something about the Mad Max franchise that made me think it would make for a really good video game. So when I heard that Avalanche was making one, I got really excited, and every time gameplay footage showed up, I was really happy with what I was seeing. Then, of course, Fury Road came out, and that just made me even more excited. I got on a huge Mad Max kick at that time. But part of me was a little bit concerned. Not long after Fury Road came out, and you started seeing gameplay footage for, the video game, I started to notice a lot of similarities between it and the new movie, which weren't there before. And with it coming out the exact same weekend as Metal Gear Solid 5, which was also set to be an enormous game for the time, I was concerned that the Mad Max game wasn't going to live up to expectations. And from a sales point, it did. It actually was very successful at retail, actually standing shoulder to shoulder with Metal Gear Solid 5, and it would go greatest hits on all consoles. But the critical reaction wasn't very strong, and neither was the fan response either. I still remember playing the game and not really liking it. But the strange thing is that I kept playing the game, and every time I go back to revisit the game, I do play it from start to finish. And the thing is, part of me does enjoy playing it, but the other part of me can't help but feel like the game could have been so much better. Like, it has the right foundation, but it just doesn't have that ingredient that it needed to put it over the top. But anyway, enough with the talking. Let's go ahead and get started with the live stream. I'm going to be playing the PC version of the game. The game is also available on PS4 and Xbox One, which, you can play on your PS5 and your Xbox Series S or X. But the PC version of the game is the best version. You can get the highest resolution, 60 FPS, all that good stuff you typically get with a PC version. Though I should warn you guys that the PC version isn't super well optimized, but neither are the console versions either. Like, I've been playing on my PS5 in preparation for this live stream, and the game has crashed on me 3 times, so I'm really hoping that doesn't happen as I'm playing the PC version here. Let's go ahead and get started, check out my sound. But neither are the console version. Coming in strong. It will boot eventually, it's just slow for some reason. There we go. Alright, I got some great artwork of Max doing the DJ beating, as he does. Not a big fan of these developer cards either. I watched Furiosa yesterday, and sitting down the feeder, the Warner Bros. Logo popping up, and then you get the revving of those engines, just like with Fury Road. That gave me goosebumps, dude. That needs to become a series standard. And a pretty strong title screen. I do like the imagery in the background. You look at it, and the first thing you say is Mad Max. However, I'm not terribly fond of the graphic design on the logo. Now, Mad Max, I find, is very hard to screw up from a graphic design standpoint, but they somehow managed to do it here. Now, the lettering itself is fine. That's nice and solid, but for me, the issue is the kerning, which refers to the spacing in between the letters. It's just too much, and with the gradients on that title, it just makes it feel thin. My favorite version of the Mad Max logo is in Fury Road, where you have it stacked on top of each other with that metallic finish, and then you got Fury Road in red hot lettering. Now that is a great title right there. And I do like this menu screen too. You got the image of the wasteland, but you also got the road there. A lot of people don't realize that roads actually hold great symbolic meaning in the Mad Max series. Apart from the fact that it's one of the last remnants of the old world before the apocalypse, it also has a lot of symbolic meaning depending on what's happening. There's a great scene in Furiosa where she's stranded on a road in the middle of nowhere, and behind her is Back to Bullet Farm, which would be certain death, but forward is the road warrior who trains her. So it sort of represents choice. You have 2 directions that you can go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start a new game. And I like what happens when you do this. Yeah. Hitting the ground running right here. War boys. My main man, Max Rockatansky. Good luck with that. Gungala!
He was one such man, one who had lost all, over and over, and to this, he had lost his sanity. His was a never-ending journey away from the phantoms of his past. He believed he could silence the cacophony in his mind and find peace beyond a place he called the Plains of Silence. He now had the vehicle, the weapons, the provisions and the fortitude. He only needed the fuel. And here, there was but one place to go for fuel. Gas.
Yeah. No hitchhikers. You ever notice how often this happens to Max these days? Between Beyond Thunderdome, Fury Road, this, and I guess part of the Road Warrior, Max gets wrecked a lot, doesn't he?
Listen, my apostles of Alpha. You've hunted well. Here's the fox who thought he'd plunder from Scabra Scrotus.
This guy actually appears in Furiosa, and I was surprised when they said his name because he is so much smaller in that movie. I guess they couldn't find another monster man like they got for Rictus. Come on, Max, you gonna take that? Don't kill the dog, dude. Okay, give him an extra helping of ass whooping for that. Yeah! Get him, X! Whoa! Damn, dude! You want to know what the crazy thing is? He actually survives that. He still has the chainsaw in his head when you find him later in the game. Is that even possible?
Tell me, answer if you can. I want someone to tell me what's the soul.
Hold on a sec, guy. Let me get this off the screen. Stupid pop-ups. I need to turn that off.
I'm going to ask a question. Answer if you can. Will anyone here tell me what is the soul of a man?
For another brawl. This setback would not stop him. He would have his peace, even if it meant another war. And war was coming, because he had created a mortal enemy.
A typical day at the office for Max, I would say. Alright, after that absolutely insane intro, we actually get some gameplay going. So, first thing we gotta do is find water, and speaking of water, so this game takes place in an area called the Great White, which is basically the area that used to be the ocean, which is receded. So what you're seeing here are actually coral reefs. That's a really cool touch. If you can't tell, the graphics in this game are pretty damn stellar. When I heard they were making a Mad Max game, I was concerned that it would have a hard time standing out from something like Borderlands, Rage, and Fallout. But Mad Max is distinctly Mad Max. It has its own flavor, and I'm glad they took the time to get that right for the game. So there is a survival component to the game. Food and water is how you replenish your health. And you can carry water with you in your canteen, so it's in your best interest to keep that filled as much as possible. Ah, someone's got my dog! Why, you little...
Look at this man, are you quiet, gently? What? No!
For eating.
It's you. Power was alive inside the other gives birth. Start ablaze by godly plug ignite. Revolution about revolution, rejoice! Please, don't kill Chum Bucket! Please! Hey!
Why shouldn't I?
Because I know you.
Sure you do.
Yeah, I spied you in the long lookers. They left you for the blowflies, and they snatched your ride. And now you'll be looking to snatch it back. That's what the prophecy says. You're the driver.
That's right.
And Chum Bucket is your man. Yeah, I'm your man. Yeah, yes, I am. Do you have a vehicle that can take you to your car? I do, Saint. That's right. She's not running now. Sorry for that. I came here for the parts. You see, I'm a black finger. I can make it work again. Dinky D, too. It's gonna need an overhaul.
Don't go stray.
No, I won't. I know you'll find me and dismantle me. I know. Chum Bucket's not stupid. I can make you become steel real, my angel. I can build your corpus and ignite your sacred fuel. True, but only the warrior saint can drive you. That is why you send him my way.
Yeah, so this is the one feature I really like about the Mad Max game. Every time you come across a character, an enemy, a location, you do get a brief snippet of information to read. And I really do enjoy reading through all that because I just love the world of Mad Max so much, and reading about all the different locations, what it used to be, how it's used now. Like, it's just fascinating. I really like that. I also really like Chum Bucket as a character. He's got this unorthodox charm to him. I really wish he had become a more recurring character, but he unfortunately meets his end at the end of the game.
But I do my best work in my sanctum.
Push the car.
I need wire to fix my buggy. But then I can show you where they took the black on black.
Where do I find wire?
Up that path. But before you go, grab some grit, Saint. You must be running on fumes.
So, of course, the most common food at the game is dog food, Max's favorite, but there's also maggots you can eat, which sounds disgusting, but in the Wasteland, that's actually considered a delicacy. It's better than eating Dinky Doo there. That's what they call the dog in this game. The controls here feel okay. Matt moves pretty smoothly.
Oh, we got dead man. Anything for me? Ammo. No wire.
It is weird how they can only climb mark areas like that. Hey, you leave that guy alone. Oh, now I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah, how's that knuckle taste, asshole? Yeah, so the combat in this game is freeform like it is in the Batman Arkham games, and that is an odd choice if you ask me. That's not how what I would have gravitated towards initially. But it does work for Mad Max, and that's primarily within the context that the counter isn't 100% reliable. Like, you see that indicator that shows up over top? That indicator is all but useless. The only way to reliably get the counter to work is if you actually see them winding up ahead of time and then hit the button. Like, I remember when I first played this game, I tried to go by the prompt and I just got my ass kicked so much. So if you're gonna play this game, go by the animation, not by the prompts. Like, they really should have patched that prompt out. It does not help in the slightest. But yeah, the combat can be a lot of fun, and it's mostly because it's a lot more down and dirty versus how it is in the Arkham games. And the Batman Arkham games, like, you got Batman's martial arts, but here you just got Max's, street fighting techniques. And what's satisfying about it is that Max will pick up people and suplex them, he'll break bones, there's a lot that he can do. He'll drive his shotgun into a person's chest and pull the trigger. So it's very brutal, but very satisfying combat. It does fit with Max's character. And the fact that the counter is so unreliable means that there's still a little bit of strategy involved in it. You want to make sure you're going into situations where you know you're going to face a lot of enemies with a full handful of shotgun shells to back yourself up.
You are not ready.
Wait.
We might get to see what that guy is all about later. I might play this game for longer than the hour just to give you guys a clearer picture of everything.
Hurry, Saint! Dinky Petey's leaking back!
Ugh, come on, chum.
Oh, here I heard the bloody sounds of a smackdown. You're not leaking, are you? Tell me you're not. Huh? Praise be! Praise be! My buggy's just over here. Follow me.
Look at the footprints in the sand there. That's really detailed.
Come. This way.
Easy, dog. Easy.
Rev it up and go, Saint. The buggy's humble, but she can haul.
And now, of course, we get to do some driving, which I feel is what most people want to play a Mad Max game for. But unfortunately, the driving controls in Mad Max aren't what I would call top-notch. Like, there seems to be a delay from when you make an input on the stick from when it actually happens. And because of that, you'll steer more into a turn in order to make the car go, and then when you let off it, you'll still be turning, which can lead you careening into a wall more often than you'd want it to.
Over here. Over. Come look.
Like, you can't make the subtle adjustments that you would want to in a game like this, which is a big problem because combat driving is such a big component of this game.
Yeah, look. There. Scabber Scrotus is their king. Yeah. He's a big boss man from the gas town, you see. Scrotus always keeps the best parts for himself. Yeah, but he's not here now. You see, I don't see the Land Rover.
I'm getting my car back.
Wait, please. An idea. It's better for you, and it's better for me. Just listen.
Oh, come on, just let Max go.
Black is toast. It's scrap. It's gone. She'll never be whole again. Huh? I can build you a car, bring into creation one that's faster and tougher than the black on black ever was. Yeah?
How tough, how fast?
Very. Faster than fear. Tougher than an iguana's gonads. Come with me. We mustn't be seen. Huh? I'll take you to the tabernacle, and when you see what I'm gonna show you, you'll be shouting holy all day long.
I really do like Chumbucket. I think he's a great ally for Max. And what I've always questioned about him is I can never decide if he actually cared about Max or if he was just a means to an end, like Max sees him. I do kind of wish that Max would treat him a bit better, though, because that is one of the bigger problems with the game. Max is kind of a douchebag in this game.
Yes, I have much to show you.
Like, Max is very antisocial in the movies. Like, he prefers to be left to his own devices. But, like, the thing that sets him apart from, you know, the Raiders and all those people is that he does have a degree of honor to him. He prefers to negotiate for resources rather than just take them. So I find it strange that he's so cruel to Chumbucket for most of the game. And again, it is kind of because of Max that Chum does end up meeting his end in the finale of the game. I was really sad when that happened. Definitely not one of Max's best moments.
Come and see. Huh? Come and see your sight. Huh? A dream. Hallucination become truth. The angel made steel. By the fire that moves the piston, by the tranny on all high, by the cam and the U-joint blessed be, there she lies, the magnum opus.
I also love how Chum literally worships cars. He doesn't just love cars, he worships them as gods. Which is an idea that started with Fury Road, I think.
No. She's knowledge from the numinous, divinely inspired. She wills herself upon this world. Look! See? Here, divine meets drive shaft and a symbiosis of faith. Modded and made to measure. You want some of that?
Even Max is in on Chumbucket's work.
Whammy turbo high dog. Huh? Hell yeah! Bulletproof and torture tested. Statically upgraded with Chumbucket overdrive. Coils, and springs, and shocks, and links too.
It's gotta be 8 cylinders, nothing less.
We will get there. Yes. First, we have to get her beautificial body.
Show me where it is.
Yes? Come. No time like the present. Come on, Saint. We must go. We will liberate her body from a place sad and strange, where the chariots of old went to die. A place I call the graveyard. We must go in the dead of night, because their guardians are away on their fine hunt.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Mad Max game if we didn't have to worry about gasoline.
The blessings of gasoline. We should find enough fuel for us to make it to the graveyard.
Thankfully, gas isn't terribly hard to source in this neck of the woods, since we are in such close proximity to Gastown.
Empty.
And really, every time I've played this game, keeping my car filled with gas was never a major issue. I think I've only ran low on fuel like maybe once, not including this moment,
Along with anything of use.
in the whole time I was playing. So it's not a terribly big deal.
A big steel gift box. What prizes do you hold?
She's out of gas.
Hey boys, want to fill her up? Alright, fine. I guess negotiations have broken down. I would have traded you guys for the gasoline, but you had to be numbnuts.
Full can.
So now I'm just gonna take this gasoline.
Fill her up, huh? All the way to the brim.
I really like the sound effects in this game too. They work really well.
Praises, she's full. But let's bring an extra for refueling or blowing something up.
I like the way you think, chum. Let's see.
Now, let us make haste before the nightly hunters return to their land.
I also like the detail that the driver's side is on the left-hand side. Mad Max does take place in Australia, after all. In regards to what I said about the driving controls, I know it might not look too bad based on what you see in here, but you gotta remember, I've been playing this game for about a week now, so I've just kind of gotten used to the quirks of the gameplay. It's not like they make the game unplayable, it just takes some time to get used to it all.
So let's make this one count.
Time for Boom Boom! Yeah!
Exaltations! She's cracked open.
It's really fun to blow stuff up in this game.
This place murder on sight. The fiends that tend this catacomb don't like strangers. No! There are dangling man killers everywhere. Tread careful.
So crunchy. I also love the roar of the engines. It's just so satisfying to be tearing through the wastelands with your engine revving like that. The sound design in this game is just great. Great voice acting too. Especially like the guy that got to do Max. And again, just this level design, like, I love how everything just appears to be made out of junk. But with all the different factions in the wasteland, there's a distinct style to how they all build everything. It's great.
Keep rolling.
Now we need to get ourselves a car body.
There! Our prize, right for the taking! Go quickly! The only way to get up there is through those cave tunnels.
Now we need to get ourselves...
Get the car in place down here. I'll lower the body onto it.
Yes, 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 yes! Still be ready!
Yeah, the buzzards. These are the guys who attacked Furiosa in the first action sequence of the movie. Like, originally this game wasn't supposed to be so closely tied to Fury Road. And according to the developers, like, it was never the intention, like, even after the film became a huge hit. But I don't know. I always felt like the game sort of changed after Fury Road came out.
Flashlight.
So I feel like they did rework a lot of stuff. I doubt Scrotus was originally supposed to be a big deal in the game. The buzzards and stuff, they were probably added at the 11th hour. Or they had something similar to what they had in the movie, and they just decided to change the name. But yeah, I feel like the game would have been better if they had delayed another year to better connect it to Fury Road instead of, you know, rushing the changes they wanted to do to accommodate it.
There you are, Sonny. And you got the whole world up there in your hand.
That's one thing that I hope doesn't happen with the Mad Max movies moving forward. Like, with Furiosa, I understand why it's so heavily connected to Fury Road. But with the next Mad Max movie, Mad Max Wasteland, I hope they do something original. So this right here is one of the major selling points of this game. So a lot of you guys might be looking at this and say it's disappointing that you lose the Pursuit Special, the Sawed Off, and all that stuff. But that's in service of what they want to do here, because the whole point of the game is you're starting from nothing and having to work your way up to a survivable status in the wasteland. And what you need most to survive in a wasteland is a sick as hell set of wheels, so you actually get to build your own car. And you have a variety of options. But, I mean, let's be real. Is there anyone who's not going to pick the Ford Falcon body? It's a Mad Max game. I want to drive the Pursuit Special. So I'm going to build one. Oh, hey guys, so what do you guys want for the car body? Okay, a knuckle sandwich. Happy to oblige. Ugh. Okay guys, I'll be on my way now. Oh, you guys want your change? Well, bring it! Is this the best you guys got? Yeah! And now it's time to bail. Buckle up, chum. We're going for a ride. Yeehaw!
Do not let us be set ablaze. Shoot for the
8 sawed off! Yeah!
all hell pursues us.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes, see? It's creatures of the underworld. Rise.
Boom! Whoa, that was close. Yeah, the car combat in this game is a lot of fun. It's just so explosive. It's crunchy. I love it. Whoop! Haha! Stuck it.
Oh, praise be, we're alive and free of the graveyard. Wait, something's loose. I can fix it now if you stop, or later at my sanctum. It's your choice.
Go ahead and fix it now.
It needs repairs now.
And again, I don't understand why Max doesn't see the value in having Chumbucket as an ally, because he does nothing to help. Not only does he repair the car rather fast, actually, but he also operates some of Max's weapons later on in the game. If I were Max, I would have brought him on as a partner. But you know how Max is. He's not too fond of close ties with anyone. He's got it in his head that if he gets close to someone, they're going to get killed. Which, given his track record, yeah, I kind of understand why he feels that way. Still, it's no reason to treat Chum as poorly as he does. Alright, what's next, Chum?
I need more than just a body and some ribs.
Hey, man! We need parts, scarce as they are. Help me gather all this scrap. Huh? Fashion a harpoon.
Yeah. That's a face only a mother could love, but there's still a charm to Chum. I still really like the character.
The harpoon set will gain entry into many sealed places. May also prove to be useful in battle.
How so?
We could use it to defeat enemies, rip off doors, even wheels.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
So, we got all we need?
Just junk and parts.
Ah, yeah. But the jag tip, it's not here. It's not here at all. Yeah, it's in my bunk. It's just there for safekeeping.
If a hunchback delivers, this harpoon will be very useful.
I like how he admits that in private rather than directly to Chum.
Got the jag tip.
Okay, so over the course of the game, you'll have to upgrade the Magnum Opus, and how you do that is primarily through scrap, which is basically the game's form of currency, or in this case, EXP. It's very RPG-esque. And unfortunately, this is the major flaw of Mad Max. A lot of the upgrades you have for the Magnum Opus, they are super expensive. And the amount of scrap that you can gather at one time is very minuscule. It takes a long time to get just 300 pieces of scrap, let alone the 1,000 or 1,800 that the bigger ticket items on the upgrade list cost. So in order to get that stuff, you have to perform all kinds of side tasks, and a lot of it is just repetitive, and unfortunately that's when you realize that Mad Max sort of suffers from Ubisoft syndrome, as I like to call it. I'll explain more as we go further on, but let's go ahead and get this harpoon made.
To stand a chance, she'll need nitrous. I know how, but we'll need the parts.
We just get them. It'll be easy with a harpoon.
Yes, but first, Scrotus war boys are out there. And if we don't weaken their numbers, why, it'll mean the end of you, me, and the Magnum Opus.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get to work.
See those metal monsters? Scrotus war boys put them up to mark their turf. Bring them down for good.
Ramming could damage our front, but it should work.
So yeah, you ran something like that, then you pick up the scrap. And you see how small the amount of scrap I got was? Yeah, that's basically constant for the majority of the game. And while they're... Let's see, do I have the map? So... look at all this. You have the world divided into different sections. You have balloons. And already you're starting to see very specific stuff on the map. So a lot of it just ends up becoming very samey soon, and it gets repetitive really fast. Like, a lot of what you've seen me do so far, I mean, that's what you're doing for the vast majority of the game. There isn't a whole lot of customization or variation in regards to what you do to handle the various challenges of the game. I mean, you do get different weapons as the game goes on, but you still end up relying on the same tactics again and again. See, like, I just want to be out in the wasteland exploring as Max, but in order to get anywhere in this game, you really have to upgrade the Magnum Opus, because once you get through the first section of the game, you'll start to encounter heavily armored enemies, and the out-of-the-box stuff that you have just doesn't stand a chance.
Oh, yes, yes, to see if they've nasty surprises and wait for the righteous.
Recently, George Miller has spoken on the topic of this game, and he says that overall he was disappointed with the quality of it. And when asked if he would do another Mad Max game, he said he wouldn't mind giving it another shot, and if he had to pick someone to head it up, he'd pick Hideo Kojima. And it just so happens that Hideo Kojima is a huge fan of the Mad Max series. So, yeah, can we get a Hideo Kojima Mad Max game instead of another Death Stranding, please? Who am I kidding? Neither George Miller or Kojima are watching this.
Defended. Sniper out front.
Yeah, doesn't this look familiar? This doesn't look anything like Far Cry, does it? Alright, let's go tear it apart.
Campus light defenses. I'll deal with them before entering.
Yes, yes, nothing our sweet Magnum Opus cannot handle.
Yep. It would help if I paid attention to where I was going.
Oh, they've spotted us now and preparing for battle.
This gotta be close.
Knock, knock. Enjoy the climb back up, dude.
Thank you where you can play from.
We'll rip it off. Harpoon awaiting your command.
Kaboom! Yeah. Oh no, 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 no. See, Max, this is why you don't take off the rear view mirrors.
I'm going. Wait here.
These guys are annoying. Basically, as long as they're on the field, they power up the enemies, so you want to be sure to take them out. Stupid war boys. It was brilliant to use them as the main enemy, though. The stock white skin, it makes it very clear who your enemies are. It also explains why there's so many of them.
The black on back is gone. They left nothing.
Max, we miss you. Come back soon.
Will I? Will I ever come back?
This is something else I really like about the game, the historical relics. You find these from time to time, and every time you do, Max usually has some kind of commentary on the picture and the writing on the back. And it really does paint a very bleak picture. It's weird. Max seems to be one of the few people in the world of Mad Max who remembers the old world. Like, he's the last one who was alive during that time. And it's gotten to the point where people have started to theorize if there's some sort of inexplicable immortality at play here. Whether or not that's actually the case, I feel like that's a subject that will probably never be explored, but it is fun to speculate. Sometimes it is fun to leave stuff to the viewer's imagination.
Gotta get to that pump and destroy it. Storm's rising.
Nah, how about you come closer? Can't counter that guy, so I'm going after this guy. Damn hamster. Every punch is just so satisfying. You can just feel the bones in their face breaking as Max rams into them. And then stuff like that happens. Gotta find and destroy the oil pump. Collect the scrap. Always want to collect the scrap. Though I'm not really going to focus on that for right now because I need to carry on with the stream. Okay, so yeah, I do gotta go this way. Yeah, if one of these storms hits, you really want to get into cover because they can be pretty nasty. They can definitely wreck even a fully armored car if you aren't careful.
Him again.
Speaking of inexplicable mortality,
What do you want?
Time is built to this, Wanderer. Your path, however crooked, has led you straight to here. Our work, yours and mine, must soon commence. Come find me when your spirit is ready.
as a weird mystic dude, I actually really like his inclusion. That's so out of the norm for the Mad Max series that it actually kind of works. Yeah! Yeah, so Fury mode, it's basically Max just losing his temper. As you can see, he's just making short work of these guys. Yeah!
Destroy the pump. Make it so that there's no reason for them to come back.
I do find it weird that Max is trying to destroy a pump instead of, you know, taking control of it.
Fuel storage. One can do the trick.
It's time to make some beautiful fireworks.
From the tunnels. I need to find him.
Let's go find him. We're gonna go a little bit longer. There's a certain point I want to get to, guys. Hell yeah, zip lines. They totally didn't get that from Far Cry either.
Now to begin my work.
There's something needs doing before we turn back.
But we've got all we need. Why stall our work on the magnum opus?
It's not for you to understand.
I see. You have your secret reasons. I'll follow you, because I think fate favors old chum. And you need both of us.
Poor chum. He doesn't realize that Mats could take that car anytime
If
he
you
wants.
have to wander solo, please, take this flare. And when you need old chum, point skywards and fire.
Stay with the car. I do this alone.
Well, never mind old chum bucket. Chum bucket. Never mind. Never mind the old Blackfinger and his sacred quest.
I do feel bad about chum sometimes. Like, just for the inclusion of mystic type character in the Mad Max series, I think they did this guy really well. Like, just him silhouetted against the skyline there. That's just really well done.
There you are. Shifter of sands, letter of blood, remnants of a ruined past. You say you seek the plains of silence, but do you not wander them right now? The remains of your life, a perpetual flight, an escape from all that is human, until one day, the plains of silence end, and you begin. You've purpose in this life, my friend, although you fear to dream it. But pain will come, much more pain, before this purpose to you is made manifest.
You know nothing of me.
Look behind you, at dune after dune of drifting, half-forgotten terrors. You flee them always, these past phantoms, and the madness that crawls inside. You've come to Griffith for a reason. Deep inside, twisted around horrors from which you run, lies your strength. Griffith can help. Help you venture down to where you daren't go yourself. And lay bare your true promise.
Like, just Griffith's dialogue is just so well written. The way he explores Matt's character is just really well done. I love it. And of course, you can upgrade certain aspects here. Something else you really want to do. Alright, back to the magnum opus. We got work to do. Not going to go too much longer.
Spotters. That's trouble. Where's the car? Oh, he hasn't.
in case you're ever separated from the car. Again, just another good reason to have
Any trouble?
Chum along for the ride.
Bad guys, huh? Sneaking, spying, wanting to steal her away from us. Take her somewhere safe.
No time to waste then. We've a car to build.
Yes, we do. Oh, we've done righteous work, Saint. We have what we need to install the nitrous boost.
Aren't you done yet?
Oh, yes. Nitro installed. Now, let's
How he did that while we're driving, I have no idea.
I know just the place.
Yeah, so you saw me using the sawed-off shotgun to fend off the buzzards earlier. Now you might be wondering, what do you do if you don't have that? Well, you can try using the grappling hook, but until you upgrade it, it's all but useless for combat. You can use a shunt move, but that heavily damages your car, and most enemies tend to have grinders, so that's ill-advised. Or you could just ram them, which is kind of what the nitro boost is for, you know, get behind someone and then activate it. But like, ramming is just so ineffective in this game. You'll probably rely mostly on the shotgun and your thunderpoons, which is basically like a missile launcher you get later on. And considering that one of the first upgrades you can get is a means to keep your ammo stocked,
We must silence them before they call their friends.
see. They also tend to move a little too easily with you. You need a heavier brake. Yeah, you see how much damage I did to my car there?
We really should get back to my sanctum.
Like, the car combat in this game can be fun, but it's just not that deep. You'll pretty much just use the same tactics again and again.
Saint? Oh, Saint, come and see. Come and see, oh, Saint. Yes, she's... With these hands and the blessings of the sacred Illinois, she's come to life. My sweet angel combustion.
What did I tell you? V8, not V6.
Yeah, exactly. 8 is the magic number. You and me, we're gonna land a big chief. A bona fide bad boy. Huh? 429 cubic inches, 460 horses, holy rolling. Nobody could touch you on the blacktop day or night. Right? You'd be evergreen, eternal, road tripping with the gods.
Where is it?
Gastown.
Let's go there.
No, wait. You can't just go to Gastown. We need armor on my angel for that run. Yes, it'll take a long time, too. I probably need to get a couple of... Scavengers!
Get in the car.
Wait, my tabernacle!
Let's go. Get in the car. Come on.
If I had a horn that went Dixie, I would have for sure honked that. I wish you could put a custom horn in this game. That would be a lot of fun.
Those boys are the crew of Stankum! Scrotus' deadliest underling! Now, profane defilers, scavengers,
Alright, skid me some more, boys.
My tabernacle! Gone! All of it lost!
We have the car. We need to go. You know a safe place? Somewhere we can rebuild.
Jeet, of the Great White, we can make a deal. Trust they don't kill us.
Doesn't sound safe. That the best we can do?
I don't think we have a choice, Zane.
You can't take out cars like that, though.
This part of the Great White is Jeet's territory. Like everywhere else in this realm, it's been overrun by Scrotus. War boy camps and patrols are everywhere.
Yeah, this feels really slow compared to where I had the magnum opus in my other save file.
Evil lurks behind every tomb. Range, that's what we need. A shooter with some range. Our rifle barrel, scope. Our caliber, large caliber, yeah. Real live long shot.
Hard to get one.
Perhaps these nimble black fingers are skilled in such metallurgy.
Are you saying you can build me?
If Jeet has the parts I need, I saw one dismantled once. It's not so complex.
He's a natural-born mechanic, chum is.
Bigger than I remember.
Will this Jeet recognize you?
Good chance he will. Yeah, well, but there are no friends nor favors in this wretched land.
Ain't that the truth?
Announce your business, or learn to love a bolt in the brain.
It is me, Jumbucket, Master Wrench Jockey, and skilled Blackfinger, who's an acolyte to the angel combustion who beseeches you.
Who's your driver? Does he have any knowledge of medicine?
I fear not. Your pain must linger. I'm sorry, but he is a driver of otherworldly skills. Yes, you see.
Why would I need a driver of otherworldly skills? Scrap monkey!
Please, please, we aim to enter the Dead Barrens, and all my gear, it was destroyed by infidel scavengers, and we need to heal this machine. If you let us work here, why with his saintly wheel hands and my black fingers, we will deliver to you a bona fide respect. Ah, praise be the prophet.
Let him inside.
Like I said, this is how Max prefers to do things. He could take it by force if he wants to, but he does have a conscience to some degree.
Hey, driver of otherworldly whatever, come up here and yell. Want to know why I let you in here?
I wonder.
It's not much of a car. You trust that little scrap
I
monkey?
do like the character designs in this game. There's a nice variety amongst them.
Careful now. Don't want to insult a man in his own home. Listen, we used to rule this stretch, and now the warlord controls all and brings only death.
Warlord.
Scrotus, Scabrous, killed, I hear. Sawed him up in the head.
Gee, I can't imagine who would have done that.
But his terror outlives him.
A proposition then. I'll weaken their grip on these lands. You give us the use of your garage and tools.
Boom! thought you could, you'd have a deal. And then...
Gastown.
Oh, one peep at the jaw will change your mind.
What's the jaw?
It's a gate you gotta pass to reach Gastown. Look for it yourself. It's in Dead Baron's Pass.
Before I do we have a deal?
Yeah. You weaken the influence of that dead warlord. And we'll have a deal.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
You should get your little black finger working on your car. Needs to be beefed up if you're gonna make good on our deal.
I have a deal with G. You build me that sniper rifle, then we head out. We have work to do.
Praise be! Oh, just you find me the parts, and I'll get cracking. I have it, huh? I have it, Saint. Just help me find the requisite parts and some kind of a trigger mechanism.
Oh, you want a trigger, driver? Think we got some old gun junk in the cage. Take a look. Maybe your scrap monkey can make something of it. We don't have anyone can figure that stuff out anyway. Plus no ammo to talk of.
This should work.
Whenever you have something, Saint, I stand ready to do the good work.
Why can't everything in the game cost that much scrap?
Long shot installed and ready for action. I'd say we have gained us an upper hand.
Slide over. Time to put the sniper rifle to the test.
I serve our purpose.
Oh, that feels good.
Better than I thought. Nice balance.
Yes, my fingers were controlled by unholy forces.
Man, good sound design can go so far in a game like this.
Dead Baron's Pass.
The jaw?
Only to recon.
Careful, Saint. I don't want to rush into that camp head on.
Why not? It'd be fun.
War party, moving closer.
See, I didn't even do any damage to that thing, and I ran into it at full steam.
Boy, up ahead.
What kind of crap is that? That happens a lot in this game. It's so annoying.
Their lead truck. It carries a great and powerful artifact on its hood. Huh? It would serve us well to wield such a mysterious force.
Yeah. More crap to do.
Rejoice! Long shots up ahead.
I see them. I can take them out with the sniper rifle.
The what?
The long shot.
Oh, I have a few rounds. Make them count.
That's one.
You're a wizard. The long shot is your one.
I guess they did some SWAT training on the MFP.
Keep your head down. I'm gonna take a look.
Yes, yes. Please, hurry back. This is very, very bad. Bad terrain. Risky.
Just gonna play a little bit further, guys, and then we're gonna call it. No later than 9:30. Yep. If you guys would like to surrender and just let me have a look at things, I'd really appreciate it. No reason to get your skulls caved in.
Over here and I'll wring that brain back from your necks.
Now what you gonna do? I'll take that. Yeah. See if this guy has any shotguns on him. Yep. Always check for ammo. You can never have too much ammo in this world.
That must be it. We're not ready to take that on. Not without some preparation.
Yeah, preparation. I really do not like the sound of that.
The car needs more power and grip. It needs side armor and a grill to shield the nose. The hunchback can make it happen if I bring in the parts.
It's all coming together, isn't it?
Your plans for this car, building it up. You gotta do it before we can get past the jaw.
These black fingers are ready to dance, Saint. Oh, yeah. And I know just the steps, too. It's called the Jack, a wasteland classic. But often our chances of survival grow tenfold.
Then the harpoon.
Soon, soon. But she needs the basics first, huh? The car's weak.
Agreed.
Let's return to Jeets first, huh? Then I'll show you the plans.
Thankfully, there's a fast travel system.
Here it is, Saint. My plans for the Jack. Oh, she'll be perfect. Speed, power, tenacious durability. Take a look-see. Take a look-see.
So, in addition to, building the car how you want, you also have some presets that you can do. So, what we need to do here is build what's called the Jack. But we don't have all the parts yet, so we gotta go out and get some. And so the game begins. So, now you're basically free to explore the wasteland. You can go to these balloons, which will reveal everything in that particular region to you, kind of like the radio towers in Far Cry. You got the scarecrows and snipers to take out, places you can pick up scrap, camps to storm, but you really can't take on the camps until you build up the Magnum Opus a little bit, as well as Max's general stats. And considering how slow it is to collect scrap, like, it just takes forever. Like, this is the biggest issue with Mad Max. It has just such a painfully slow pace to it. Like, it takes hours to build yourself up to the point where you can stand up to what's in the game. And even then, there'll still be a lot of back and forth as you go to whatever stronghold has the ammo that you need to keep yourself armed and protected. Like, as you can tell, I was having some fun playing Mad Max, and every time I play this game, I do have fun with it. And there are times when I actually do find the game kind of relaxing. It is kind of fun to be tearing around the wasteland in this souped up muscle car, just stopping at places, picking up scrap, filling up on gas, occasionally having a war boy come up on you and either blowing him away with the shotgun or knocking him off the road and then doing a little fisticuffs. That can be fun, but it's kind of like a trampoline. Like, it's fun at first, but after a day or two of jumping around on that thing, you get really bored of it, and then it just kind of sits there in your yard for a while. And that's really how I feel about Mad Max. It can be a fun game, but it really just feels like the basis for a better game. What I would have liked if it was more like Red Dead Redemption, where the focus was on story missions, a variety of story missions, like, instead of just going around collecting crap, completing tedious objectives. Like, it's dreaded Ubisoft syndrome, and that's part of why I don't think this game is for everyone. If you're a fan of Mad Max, it is worth checking out, but everyone else, there are better games you can play. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I do these videos every week at Saturday night, typically at 8 o'clock. And I basically pick a game, play for an hour, and basically just talk about the design inputs, the artistic sensibilities, and the history of it, because that's just something I'm really passionate about. I do not play games from start to finish because I feel like you miss something if you do not play the game yourself. If there are any games you would like me to cover, please leave it in the comments. I'll add it to the list if I think it's something that's worthwhile. But until then, I hope you guys have a good work week. Enjoy your Memorial Day, and take care.